Smash Tower for Con Air Radio. Yes, the podcast. I'm going to open up this window full size here so I can see it. I'm going to sit back and relax a little bit. So, everybody, enjoy. I'm glad and hopefully you will join me here in this room. I am basically, today I am going to talk about three main subjects. The three main subjects is Halo, the series, Tracker, a brand new show, and Wild Wild West Steampunk Convention. Okay, so I'm also going to talk to you guys about affiliation. I am attempting to become affiliated, which means there are certain parameters that I have to deal with. One of those parameters, I've met all the other parameters currently for affiliate. The only one that I haven't met is having multiple people in the room, between 3 and 5 people in the room, and a bit of chatting going on. So that's kind of what I'm working on. Hopefully tonight is hopefully we'll see some of that. I did do a social network burst, and I kind of was letting people earlier today know that I'm going to be doing this at 8 o'clock, so hopefully we'll get some people in the room and we can do some chatting. And just to kind of while we're waiting for a few people to show up and for the beginning of this to really happen, I can point out a few things quickly about my podcast. If you are interested in checking out my podcast, you can look up there at the top and it'll say you can catch it on SoundCloud, Con Air Radio. That is correct. You can go to SoundCloud. You can actually go to a variety of different platforms. We should be on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, SoundCloud, of course, iHeartRadio, Stitcher Radio. We're on a variety of different locations. So this background, of course, is in my podcast room, and it's quite dark, so it is not the best of my podcast studio, and I'm hoping that over a little bit of course of time, hopefully we will improve it. Last night I was excited because before I logged off, we had 2 people join and start following, so it was quite exciting. Another 2 followers. I'm fantastically happy about that. The Dr. Monkey was in the room and chatted for quite a while, so I was excited about that. I'm hoping that maybe we'll have some people come into the room and we can start doing some chatting here tonight. So if that is plausible, hopefully it will happen. So it may or may not happen. So if anyone does pop into the room and you wish to chat, please do. I do have a tendency to talk. I do talk a lot. I do not talk about religion. I do not talk about politics. So I do have opinions on both, but I really don't believe it's worth it to express my opinions, because you make enemies, more chances, you have more chance to make an enemy than you have making friends. So politics and religion are just 2 subjects that are too intense. So, but if you are interested in, once again, as I said, my podcast can be located on SoundCloud at the Con Air Radio. You can go to my parent company, which is also smashtowerstudio.com, and that is my parent company. That has where all my projects are pretty much listed there. So as they expand, it will probably be a link somewhere in there so that you can check things out. So That's for that. And then over here, you can see I have a discount code. Yep, the discount code is for an energy drink called Dubby, and Dubby is a powdered drink, and it has a variety of different flavors. So you can check them out. You can go to their website, which is dubby.gg, and you can see a variety of the different flavors. I have not got them memorized, but they did reach out basically and said, hey, if you want to turn people our way, here's a discount code. So, if you guys use that discount code, you'll save like 10%. So if you're interested, check it out. I have it down here pretty much in the permanent in the corner, so I may decrease the size of it because I don't want a whole lot of text like that, but at the same time, I'd like to have more room for, this is my chat window, so I don't want to have it entirely cluttered. So I may decrease the size of this and of that a little bit so that we have more room on the screen. So in any case, that's pretty much describing what's going on with my screen with the two links are up there. So the first project that I wanted to talk about is Halo. Halo, the series, has just started. It put out the first 2 episodes. I believe that since it's streaming, chances are there's probably only going to be about 8 or 10 episodes. So the first 2 episodes are pretty much laying down the story of what's happening. So they, in my mind, are very kind of slow. I mean, it is laying down the story, as I said, but at the same time, it doesn't have a lot of that action and stuff that you're looking forward to. So I'm still anticipating over the next episode or so we'll see a little bit of that action. So fingers are crossed that we'll see something soon. The first season was a lot of storyline, a lot of special effects. So it was good. I liked it. I'm hoping that we'll see some more soon. Inspirational type action to where you see the Master Sergeant jumping into a combat and just like laying the enemies dead. They're just falling all over the place because of him. So I'm excited to see that. It's always an inspirational type thing. So I'm, it's just one of those things that already gets you going, gets the blood flowing. So also, we can always touch back on this if somebody pops into the room and asks. But as of right now, I'm watching the Halo because it's Halo and it's action and it's science fiction and there's a lot of CGI. I'll probably continue to watch this all the way through the series. Definitely for this season, for sure. So basically it's a good, 2 thumbs up type thing. It's worthwhile. You get to see some of the characteristics of the Master Sergeant, not Sergeant Major, Master Sergeant, as he's building up his reputation. I mean, he's already got an excellent reputation, but he is building it up a little bit more, to become that number 1 leader that everyone wants to follow. So yeah, it's pretty damn cool, to be honest. So I'm excited about that. The second subject is a new series. I'm still a little on the fence on this one because it's a nowadays type thing. It's called Tracker. Now, the main character, I recognize him because he used to play on Smallville. He played the original Green Arrow. on Smallville. So he was the Oliver the Queen character, and and I kind of liked him on that. I like him so far in this. I've only seen the one episode. He does have some history because of his father was evidently a survivalist. Um, and so there is some interesting history, backstory on the character. Looking forward to finding a little bit more about that, but I think I'm more focused on the newer ones that the newer characters that he's going out and saving now. And basically, the synopsis is if you've lost something and you put out a reward, he'll find it for you and basically claim the reward. So that's how he makes money. Now, currently, from the pieces that I've seen, is he's got a computer expert that he calls upon. He has a lawyer that gets him out of jail, and he has two women that act as his dispatcher. That may be not the best description of what they do, but basically they're the ones that land the jobs for him, and they send him to the next job type thing. So it is kind of interesting. And we've already seen his mother. He traveled back to wherever his mother was staying at, the homestead or the home that they were in the, living out of, and they had a conversation over that. So so we've gotten to see that. We haven't seen the little sister yet. And we haven't seen the older brother yet, but the older brother does exist because he keeps calling the younger brother. So, as of right now, it seems all right. I'm kind of concerned that it might turn a little hokey, but we'll see. But as of right now, it looks pretty good. I've seen one episode. And I'll continue to watch it for now. I don't, as I said, if it starts to turn a little bit, then I'll probably stop watching it. And I'll let you know if I'm not watching it. I mean, you guys might not have the same interest levels. You guys might get excited about it. It may be perfect for you guys. I don't know. But I'll let you know if it's something that I decide to keep watching or not. I did go back and start watching NCIS Hawaii. Now, I didn't put this down on that I was going to talk about it because at the time when I put these notes together, I hadn't gone back and watched. So I did watch a few episodes. I did not realize how far behind I was. Because I'm like 4 or 5 episodes to season 1, and if I remember correctly, I think I saw an ad saying that they are launching tonight was premiere night for season 3, and I didn't think I was that far behind. So I will probably try to continue to watch NCIS Hawaii and tell you about it as I get caught up on them and let you know where I stand on what I think of it. So far, I like it. I think it's more connected to the original NCISs than NCIS Sydney. So, I mean, I'm going to end up going back and trying to watch the NCIS Sydney, but for some other reason, I'm not big on it. So I'll have to let you know. But NCIS Hawaii, I do seem to be interested with so far. I'm also looking forward because it looks like there's going to be some crossover. So, and I've always been excited about crossover. So, fingers crossed that that the crossovers are exciting and action packed. So, looking forward to that. So, and as I said, I've just gone back and started catching up on these. So, The downside is that because now I'm starting back into my work week, chances are I probably won't catch too many more episodes um, until this next weekend. Now I have a personal event that I'm going to be doing on Sunday of this weekend, so I don't expect I'll be really in touch with anyone due to that. I will probably be with that at the most. Um, so I'm excited. It's basically a gathering of people that I used to work with at a specific job. We really enjoyed working with each other, so many of us, even after we've left, still get together and hang out together for a few hours and either chat about what's going on there now or what's going on, you know, if anything's changed health-wise or and stuff like that. But it's actually kind of exciting. I haven't done it. I missed the Christmas gathering, so did not get the opportunity to go hang out with them during Christmas. So I'll be excited to hang with them this Sunday. Very excited. And one other major subject that I'm talking about is Wild Wild West Steampunk Convention. Now, I mentioned it, I think, on the last episode or one of my other streams, that the Wild Wild West Con is coming up at the beginning of this next month, March. And also the Arizona Ren Fair is currently up and running too. Now I haven't set a date to go out to the Arizona Ren Fair, but I do plan on going out. The big question is that when I go out, it'll have to be on a Sunday, of course, because at the restaurant we work during the weekends. And during the month of March, I've already requested off 2 weekends, and I don't want to put any more pressure on my boss. So, but anyway, Wild Wild West Con, I had talked about it a little bit. It's a steampunk convention down in Tucson. Currently, I understand that it's being housed at a resort. Now, the first time I ever went out to it, I think it was in Old Tucson, and it was kind of cool. I don't know if it'll ever get the opportunity to go back there because I think Old Tucson was bought by a private owner, and I don't know if they're going to use it for an entertainment venue. So we'll see. I haven't really heard any new information. I did hear while it was closed during COVID that it had been bought by a new company, but I think it was going through a little bit of a retrofit too. So it would be kind of cool. Personally, I was thinking that it would be cool if they could build up a couple of the hotels in the township, and I would have thought that it would be kind of cool to have a overnight people staying at the hotel, and do it like it was a reenactment. So, but that was just me. That's what I would love to see. It's the same thing with the Ren Fair. Well, before I get on to the subject of the Ren Fair, so I originally talked about this event happening at the beginning of the month. I wasn't planning on going down to it, but then I was thinking about the fact that my photographer, what I've been trying to do is take him to these events so that he can take photos for me, but get more experience behind the lens, taking photos of people. Now, he did a convention for me called UWuCon, and he did a fantastic job. I loved his photos. So I've invited him to come to Game On Expo, which is a different type of convention. It'll be in a much larger environment. So it'll be a different kind of feeling for him. I'm also hoping that he'll get a little bit of confidence built up on this too, because basically I'm handing him a lot of my business cards, and as he's taking photos of the individuals, he's handing out the business cards so that hopefully it'll stir more people's interest in coming and listening to the podcast. Now, over the last few months, my co-hosts that I have had for a few conventions are all moving on to some of their own projects. So I don't know if I'll have them for conventions further down the road. Because currently I'm looking at Katori, which I was originally invited as a guest to Katori, but the Monkey Paw Entertainment requires the guests to have 3 panels, and I'm not a public speaker. I mean, yes, I can talk to here, I can talk to the camera, I can talk to the microphone, and I just realized that I was so quick to start this, I didn't start the actual podcast. So I'm going to have to make an adjustment real quick. I do apologize for this, and because this I should have had already prepared, and I did not. Okay, so there might be an issue that my microphones will go dead because I haven't charged them. And that may be the case. I got one blinking already. That is not good. Well, I can always find a cable and go and plug in and give myself a live connection or a wired connection that is plausible, because I can't charge this on the fly. At least I don't think so. Is this the cable I was using, or is this something else? That's something else. What I can try is see if this will work. Can I use the microphone while it's charging? I don't know. See, you guys are learning something along with me here, because this may be something that, if it works, it works. I'm attempting to plug this in and see. Oh, it might work. It's purple. I'm going to move it down here. And this mic is blue. So I'm going to do a quick test by connecting my headset to this to see if I can hear it. And if I can hear it, then it may be working. And I need to put in the SD card. Okay. There are 2 things I was not prepared for. I was anxious to start the podcast or my stream, but so anxious that I forgot to actually start the podcast. Okay. So the good thing about this is you are all here for the stream side of it. Can't say that you weren't here soon enough. Okay, I'm going to check it out, see if this works. Hello, hello. It actually looks like it's working. Okay, so this is pretty cool. Alright, so give me a second here. I'm going to take the headset back off because I won't need to hear it because I'm listening to myself. So, can I bring that up a little bit more? Yeah, that'll work. Okay, that works. Alright, gonna get rid of the headset. And I cannot see down there. All right, and start. All right, so because some of us were not paying attention, I am starting the podcast now. So I got so excited to get started that I did not pay attention, and I went ahead and got started on the stream and not got started on the podcast. So that's a quick oops. So if anyone's listening on my stream, some of this information may sound rather familiar, maybe something I just got finished talking about. So as of right now, I wanted to explain a few things like I explained to the stream guys earlier. There are two things on my screen up here. I have, actually all the way up here, is my SoundCloud link. SoundCloud/Conair Radio is how you can get to the podcast. You know, the one that I just started. And you can actually get to it. Now, we're on most of the major platforms, so you can also catch us on Google Play, Apple, I think Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher Radio. So there's a variety of ways to get it. Go to whatever platform you use, and then just type in Conair Radio and see if we're there. Most of the chances you'll probably find, especially if it's on one of the major networks. So anyhow, and then of course the other thing I wanted to talk about is, nope, not that one. It's this one over here. Yep, it is a discount code for a energy drink called Dubby. You can go to dubby.gg and you can put in Conair Radio, and it will save you about 10% on your purchase. So if you're interested in a powdered energy drink that has a lot of flavor, I would definitely check into it. Basically, they also describe it as you get really no crash. And I've tried it for a while now, and I'm actually almost out, so I'm going to have to reorder soon. This drink, of course, is not it. Now, right now, that is a Mountain Dew special that I got for when I'm eating at Applebee's earlier. But I mean, you didn't need to know that. I just didn't want you to think that I was currently drinking it. But I'm not. I will be mixing some tomorrow because I'm going back to work. So I've had my days off, my weekend off. So now I get to run back to work and prep and do all kinds of stuff for the restaurant. So what some of the people would have been listening to me earlier when I started the stream is I had a couple of subjects that I was talking about. The first subject, of course, is Halo. Halo, the series, has restarted, and currently they've posted 2 episodes. I've watched both episodes. It is still storyline, so it is still good information, but it's not the action yet that I've been excited and waiting for. My hair is actually a mess. That's not good. I need to wet it down, make it look a little sleek. Yeah, that's it. Anyhow, it's basically still storyline. Most streaming shows now are probably somewhere between 8 and 10 episodes. So I'm presuming that very soon I will see, some more action type, because that's the part that really excites me, is looking for that action. So I'm very excited about that. So, if there's only a few episodes and they're doing 1 episode per week now, then I'm presuming in the next 6 weeks I will see the action scenes that I'm ever so excited about to watch. Also, on another note, last night we had a reasonably successful streaming of me gaming, which was I added 2 individuals that followed me, so I have 2 new followers. Quite excited about that. Really would love to get a few more people in the chat room and talking, because we're getting so close to being affiliated. And that's the only real stat that's left, is number of people that are in the room for the view. So I think for affiliate, you have to have at least 3 people in the room to hit affiliate. So ever so excited about maybe getting some more people in here, because I'm willing to talk about a little bit of everything. But this is my podcast, so I'm trying to stay close to the script that I've put together, my notes. So currently we've been talking about Halo. And I am still, as I said, excited about that. Halo is a good series so far. Of course, I'm more into the action-packed part of it, so I'm still waiting for that. But it is coming, so definitely, fingers crossed, it's going to happen. Oh, I gotta take a drink already. Sorry. This is my cup. I put my Con Air sticker on it. That's my bumper sticker. Love my bumper stickers. I love my logo, by the way. I actually, for a convention called UwuCon, had a brand new banner made up. Thing is huge. It's like, I don't know, 7 or 8 feet long. So it is absolutely huge. I have this nice big backing that I can put it up on. I am in the midst of constructing something new, or designing something new. So I haven't started the construction yet, but I'm working on something that I'm hoping that will replace the poles and the stuff that I have on the back. So I'm excited about that. I need to clear out some of my carport so I can have access to my tools. All my tools are kind of scattered and piled together and stuff like that, and I need to get to my power tools so I can start cutting stuff up. So I'm excited about that also. So we talked about Halo. So the next one that I wanted to talk about is something that I really wasn't planning on watching, but I did watch it, and it was right after the Super Bowl, and it was called Tracker. This is the first episode, and basically the person is in the synopsis, basically the person is a tracker. He takes on jobs when people post a reward. So say you lost your dog. He's the guy that comes and finds it. He doesn't ask for anything else. He basically says, if he finds the animal or the item, gets it back to you, he's entitled to the reward. And he says it in his spiel to the customer. Basically says the completion of this is a binding contract. So if you say yes and I find what you were looking for, then the reward's mine. It is a binding contract. So that's kind of interesting, but it makes him sound more like a bounty hunter than than a tracker. So I think that's something that they're working on as they're building it into the character and such, is that he's going to start getting a lot of flack from being, accepting rewards to finding what he finds. But that's his forte. So that's what he does. And he does it well, and he finds what they're looking for, and he earns the rewards. So far it looks pretty good. As I said, I've only seen the 1 episode. The main character, actually, I haven't seen him do anything recently. But he used to play on Smallville as Oliver Queen, the original Green Arrow that we had been seeing. So I'm kind of excited to see how that turns out. As I said, I haven't seen him do anything for a while, so we may see some activity there. He is, even though Smallville was canceled a while ago, he is still looking physically fit. So it does look like it's a role that he can continue to play for a little while. So that ought to be interesting. I'll be interested in seeing if it's renewed for the second season. I haven't seen any reviews on it yet, so we'll see how that goes also. There's some storyline back history on his character that his father was originally like a professor, and then eventually becomes a kind of a survival nut. And then it gets to the point where he's more nut than survival. And then an incident happens, and the family's kind of semi-torn apart. So, but in any case, it looks like it's going to have some twist to it. So we'll see. But in any case, Tracker, yeah, it's kind of still worthwhile checking it out. It was actually right after the Super Bowl, so I'm kind of interested in seeing did they, purchase that spot, intentionally. But it's also a Paramount One show, so if you miss it when it comes out, you can actually go to Paramount app, the streaming, and then you can watch it on their streaming channel. So I watched it live, so it was good. It's been a while since I've actually watched something live. And most of the time I've been watching it on streaming. The downside is that my TV in the living room is actually getting, it's already having some issues. I don't even think it's that old. I think it's somewhere between 3 and 5 years old. It's a big screen, and it's smart, so it allows apps. Well, it looks like recently my Wi-Fi went out on it, so the connections the apps weren't working, or they were very skittish. So I went and grabbed a Cat 6 cable, and I ran it from the modem to the back of the TV, and I was thinking that was going to fix the issue, but nope, it's still an issue. And so now I'm looking at a TV that I paid a couple $100s for a few years ago is already having issues. So because right now I can watch shows via Wi-Fi in my smart TV in the bedroom that I can't in the wired connection in the living room. So not sure what's going on there, but I'm seriously getting to the point where I'm probably going to end up having to replace that TV. Not excited about that. Not at all. So that's another issue that I'm currently having. Also on that same note, and once again for the people that have been watching the stream, I apologize for kind of repeating myself, but I went back and I started watching some of the NCIS Hawaii, and did not realize until today that today is their preview of the new seasons, and they're describing it as season 3 already, and I'm like, seriously? NCIS is season 3 already? And I'm still catching up on season 1. I'm like maybe 4 or 5 episodes into season 1. So I got a long ass way to go. So I am going to focus on trying to get some of that caught back up. So far I've enjoyed NCIS Hawaii. because in my mind, I think there are better odds of crossover, and I actually do like crossover TV shows. So hopefully we'll see more. We'll see some crossover. As I said, a few episodes in, and I have not seen any crossovers yet, but I think they did talk about the director in one episode. So we'll see. My fingers are crossed to actually see some more crossover, or see any crossover currently, because I haven't seen any yet. But it's still on my list, and I will most likely start to get caught up on it as much as I possibly can, and I will try to keep you guys informed on what I'm thinking about it. If you guys join the chat room at any time and you want to talk about one of the shows that we've been talking about, please do. I don't mind chatting with people. It might take me a moment because I'll have to do the looking up to see what chat is consistent of. My new, I got a new desk, which I have not gotten inside my podcast studio yet. And when I do, I have a dual monitor system that I'm putting up. I have two monitors. I have one over here, and I have another one over here, which this one is currently blank, so I'm not using it. What I do need to do is get it set up on the mounts so that I can get them over there, and so I can have both of them there. And then my main screen will probably turn into over this way, which is I believe a 38-inch TV. So it'll be HD, and that's probably going to become my main monitor. So I will move that over to here, so I will have a huge main monitor and two 27-inch monitors over here to where I can show text and stuff like that. One of those will probably turn into just chat window, and the other one will probably be like Windows or something like that, something else going on with it. So I'm building a better system to have more entertainment out of it. And, the back wall behind me, you can see a variety of odds and end things. You can see the little bit of a whiteboard up here, which I'll probably adjust the camera a little bit to where that's not as seen. Then over here you'll see, let's go over this way. You can see that I've got a little styrofoam head over there. My wife and I do crafts, and we use the head for some of the things that we do crafts for. So that's why he's kind of sitting over there right now. And then there's a variety of other stuff that's kind of just hanging out on the wall. The blue lights are an LED set, which I like them on the light side so that I can see more clearly in the room. So that's currently at that point. So, alright, so we've talked about Halo, we've talked about Tracker. I also want to talk about, well, I've already talked about NCIS Hawaii. And currently, I have not gotten caught up on NCIS Sydney. For some unknown reason, that one doesn't interest me as well. I'm not sure if it's the characters themselves don't really spark to me yet. I'm really not sure. So I have to finish watching the first season to decide if this is something that I'm going to continue to watch or if it's something I'm going to drop. And of course, currently I'm probably going to drop it at the end of the season unless something really kind of picks up and makes it a little more lively. But we'll soon see. Alright, I also want to talk about Wild Wild West Steampunk Convention. Now, this is one that I have mentioned in the past. It is actually coming up here in the beginning of March, and it is in Tucson. So if any one of you guys are interested in it, please go online, order your tickets soon before they sell out. I believe they're actually going to be at a hotel or a resort this year. because Old Tombstone, I think, or Old Tucson was sold to a private company, so I don't know if they're going to reopen it as an entertainment venue. But hopefully they will, and hopefully that will go back there. I really enjoyed when I went down there, going to Old Tucson Studios to check out the steampunk convention. It was very, very entertaining, very well laid out, give you some walking in, so it was worth it. On that same note, I wasn't planning on going originally, but I did decide that maybe going down there for Sunday is worthwhile. So I did apply for a media pass at it. I'm still waiting back to find out if it's been approved or not. The downside is I have not talked to my photographer yet about it to see if he can go. And if that's the case, I've also put in a request to possibly get 3 passes because I like to take my wife to these cons. She works out as a driver or a backup photographer for me. So usually if I take a lot of, I'll take a lot of shots. I have a tendency to do a lot of like mass personnel, taking the pictures from above, taking the pictures down the hallways where you can see all the people. My wife has a tendency to take pictures of me talking to the interviewees, which is a good thing. And then my photographer, who I've been bringing recently, I have him set up to where he actually takes pictures of the guests. So the people that are dressing up, the cosplayers, the animes, whoever's whatever. And he's been doing a fantastic job of that. I had him come for one day at UwuCon, and he ended up giving me about 70 some odd pictures that were excellent quality and just worked out fantastically. So I'm hoping to bring him again to Old Tucson for that event. And also on the conversations of events that are coming up, the next con that I'm hoping to be at, or where I should be at, is Katori, which will be the 8th, 9th, and 10th in Flagstaff, Arizona. So I will be heading up there, and I'll be at the hotel so that we will be there all weekend. So we're very excited about that because this is a weekend outside of town, and hopefully there may be some snow on the ground, so maybe we get the opportunity to go outside and play in the snow a little bit. My wife and I were raised in colder areas, so we don't mind doing it for the weekend, but we don't want to live in it. We will go out of our way to make sure that we come back down and we avoid the snow. Hopefully it will not be snowing on our way back because I don't have chains for my car, but I might get some new tires before I go. We'll see. But that's an exciting convention, and of course the very next weekend after that is Game On Expo. Now I have requested that weekend off also, so but that is a local convention at the Phoenix Convention Center, and they've switched locations in the Phoenix Convention Center, so it's going to be taking up much more space. So I'm kind of excited about that, so we'll see how big this is going to get. If I have the chance, I have also invited my photographer to come in on Sunday again. So hopefully he will be there and be taking pictures with us on Sunday. Recently, because of my co-hosts jumping back into the con circuit, I no longer have currently any co-hosts, so instead of being an invited guest to Katori, I'm just covering it as media. And I was supposed to have a table at Game On, but I basically fell to the same issue, is that my co-hosts are actually both involved at Game On, so they're not able to be co-hosts. So I reached out to another old friend of mine, a former co-host, but he was unavailable. So I am hoping that either I can reach out to him again down the road or not. But Game On Expo is definitely another good one that I want to do. And then the next one after that is basically Phoenix Fan Fusion. Phoenix Fan Fusion is our biggest convention. And usually I'm mobile and I'm wandering around and taking taking interviews on the fly. I am looking into a new piece of equipment. I just don't know if I'm going to have the opportunity to buy it sooner than later because it's a couple $100 investment, and the new job has decreased my income. So no overtime and not so much per hour. So I'm hoping that will help if I can get it. We will see. I do have 2 wireless microphones that are, one of them is currently charging, the other one is not, and this is actually working, and so I'm excited about that. I actually have one of my cordless charging while I'm using it for this podcast, so it's kind of exciting to know that I can do that. Well, I'll know if I can do it after I listen to see how everything turned out, so that's when I'll know that it'll work or not. But yeah, that's I would love to have a table at Fan Fusion, but I just don't really know who to bend an ear to. I just don't know if I can get that kind of pull. I would love to. They've always been good to me, and always have given me media pass for Fan Fusion when I've been when I go, and it's always been decent. I would love for Fan Fusion to give us a table space and actually have a table. But I do not, and I, at this time, still do not have a co-host available for that. So I may reach out to my co-hosts, and see if they're going to be available. I really don't think either of my permanent or my temporary co-hosts have anything going on for Fan Fusion, but they may. I don't know. I'll have to reach out and ask. So Fan Fusion is definitely in the works. I reached out. They will be putting out the media applications later on near the end of this month, and then I will apply, and hopefully we'll get those requests in. They unfortunately seem to take a bit longer in letting you know if they're going to invite you or not. So the downside of that is I've already reserved my room, so that's set aside. Now I'm going to have to make sure that I can start shoveling in cash so that I can make enough. So I have to do some calculations to make sure that I have enough for that. And yeah, that ought to be interesting. It would be nice for Fan Fusion to offer us up a table, but that would still make everything the same. Now for Katori, I was offered a table as a guest, and it would have been cheaper for me because they would have paid for the room. The downside is that they have a standard policy for their guests to do at least 3 panels, 1 per day, for these events. And since I'm currently by myself, it is not viable for me to do it. I am not a public speaker, and that kind of sounds scary. I am a podcaster. Yes, you can see me right now, but there is not a big bunch of people staring at me in a big, huge room. Some people asking you questions, and you're trying to pick through who's asking what questions, and that's not me. I'm not a public speaker. But if you put me at a table where there's 2 or 3 other people, then yes, I can do a panel, but not by myself. I am not a panelist. If I had the opportunity to choose not to, that may be the case. But it all depends if I can find co-hosts or not. We will see. So, Fan Fusion is still in the works. I've also recently just requested my room for Saboton, which is at the end of August, the beginning of September. That's pretty much the last convention that I have plans for. Now I say that I have plans for because you never know what's going to be the next thing. I don't know, Tucson may pop up around the same date. I've got to do some more research to find out when they are. I haven't done Tucson in a while, and I'm not sure. I mean, if I go to do Tucson, last time I was down there, I stayed at a hotel which was not pleasant. It was very cheap, that it was good for, but it wasn't. My van got broken into. The room that we were in was smelly, so it was not comfortable and not a good experience. So if we decide to try to do something like down in Tucson, I've got to do more research on hotels and more research on, if it's something for me to go. I mean, technically I can drive down there daily. It's just a 2-hour drive. It's like an hour and 45 minutes to get down there, and then an hour and 45 minutes to get back. So if I'm going down there and back and down there and back on a daily basis, that would drive me nuts. I'd rather just find a real cheap motel and stay at the motel. But that's what kicked my ass last time. So hopefully not again. But it is something, as I said, I'm going to probably do some research on. I haven't made any major notes on it yet, so don't look forward to it on my list that I post on Instagram. Every so often I put up new, if I put in some new dates or some new cons, I'll put them in there, and I'll normally post it as soon as I add something new into it. And it'll show the countdown of how many days until the next convention's coming up. So, but that's pretty much the gist of what I really wanted to talk about, as we covered the conversation with Halo, we covered the conversation with Tracker, we covered the conversation with NCIS Hawaii and Wild Wild West Steampunk. And as I said, I haven't been to Wild Wild West in a little while, so I'm kind of hoping to get down there. I do have a few people down there that I know, not that I'm in fantastic friends with, but there is a gentleman down there that I would love to get a interview with for podcasting, because he's got his hands in a little bit of everything. Technically, I think his title is Arizona Convention. What would be the best description for him? He is kind of if it's about conventions, he has the information on it. So he has a website, which of course I don't have on the top of my head, but it basically lists all the conventions that are going on. And so you can go there and it'll say that this was a convention, this is not currently active, and it was a good website. I actually used it, and I need to put it back on my list, because there are a bunch of cons that are still out there that I do not attend. I do attend most of the ones here in the Valley that are relevant. But there are some other conventions that I have not tried attending. There are some that are put me probably out of my comfort zone. So I've been thinking about doing, the home and garden type shows. I'm not sure if there were some car shows. I did one car show, which was kind of cool. and I would think that I might want to try to do that one again. They reached out to me to come do it, but it was about a week before the event. So it was not enough time for me to put in requests off to do it and such. So I'm going to probably go back and look to see if they decide to do it again, and maybe try to reach out to them, because I would love to do another car show convention slash thing. And as I said, I like to involve this young photographer that he does excellent work, and I'm hoping to open it up more opportunities for him. But most of these events are indoors, so lighting is limited, so you either have to adjust it by aperture or by adding a flash to your photography. I'm not a big fan of flash photography, so I would love to keep it all natural as much as possible. So that is another project that I'm working on. And I do have my streaming that I'm currently streaming, as you can see, which I've been streaming for about an hour now. And I've been podcasting for about 35 minutes now. So the streaming part of it, I'm hoping to open up to different streams and a few more of them. Now, this is currently my podcast stream, which will be pretty much once a week. I hope to add to my daytime stream in the morning a walk around the neighborhood. It's my exercise. And probably do a 3 or 4 mile walk, which would take about an hour and a half-ish. And I want to add that to it. I've been doing 2 per week, but I didn't do any this week because it was rainy, and it was very, very, very cold. I mean, even after the rain, one morning I got up and I'm going, ooh, it's 38 degrees outside. I'm not sure if I want to go out on that walk. And I didn't, of course. But I need to get back to doing it. I want to start building more and more and more and more time. I may have to start a little earlier because I do work in the morning. So I would need to try to start working earlier or start walking earlier. But the downside is that I want to get out there while it's light and not while it's dark. So I'm still going to try to push for that. So in any case, that is going to be another project. So currently we're looking at morning walks, a podcast stream once a week. I'm hoping to do gaming later in the evenings when I get out of my other job, come home, kind of eat, and then get on. So it'll probably be like a 9 or a 10 o'clock stream. That will be my ARK gaming. So ARK Survival Evolved is what I'm currently streaming, and I might actually, as this ends up here, when I close this, I may switch this over to ARK so I can continue the stream for the length of a stream, and then hopefully just change things over to where people know that we're playing ARK now instead of the podcast. And then I do have another project that I've got in the works, but I still have a few things left that I need to do or acquire before I can start that. Now, the downside of that one is that one will not be a scheduled stream because it's based on something that is unschedulable. Basically, there are events that happen at different times, different days, so I can't turn around and say, oh, I'm going to do this on this day because I don't know if it's going to be going on. So, yes, I am kind of being cryptic because I don't want to open up that bag until I have everything in place. So, that one's still a project. Now, if that one kicks off, I'm hoping it could be very exciting and very interesting to watch. So it should be full of surprises. We'll see. Anyhow, what I'm going to do now is I think I'm going to go ahead and switch over to playing some Ark. This will be the end of the podcast itself. It's normally about an hour long, but I'm thinking we'll go ahead and switch it over to Ark so I can play some, do some maintenance around my base. I'm sure I haven't leveled and I haven't done a few things, so I need to get that done. We've had only one person in the viewing room, so we've had no major conversations, because I can also look at the chat menu over here and I see nothing is chatted, which is kind of depressing, but at the same time, we're just kind of getting restarted. So anyhow, as of right now, I'm going to go ahead and switch this over to a gaming stream. So I'm going to go ahead and change the things that you're seeing out there about what we're doing and stuff. I'll change those to the gaming stream. I'm going to keep the stream going. So right now we're at about an hour and 5 minutes. So it'll be continue to go. But I am going to end the podcast side. And that was about 40 minutes of podcasting. So what I like to say at the end of the Con Air's podcasting is we'll see you at the con. And I'm hoping that recorded everything, because I couldn't see with the buttons that I was pressing, so I don't know if that worked. I probably won't know until later. Alright, I'm turning the recorder off, and then I'll get that information later. The charger is currently charging. That's good. My cell phone is close to being dead. That's not good. I need to get a fan in here. I do have a fan in here, I just don't have it on. Alright, so let me go in here and make a couple of changes, because we're no longer talking about that. We're going to switch over to Ark. I'm going to change that. Okay, that switched over. I'm going to clear out that because that information is no longer necessary. And take this one out. Ching. We're going to just call it. What am I going to call it? Call it base building. I'm going to drop, and I'm just going to leave those up there. Sorry, frog in my throat. And then I'm going to adjust this to done. That's going to switch us over to that. Now I am going to switch over to gameplay. And that was my fear. Let me put this window down. Open up stream. I'm going to need to take another drink here in a minute. Okay, refresh. Sometimes getting into the game takes me a little bit because I run into errors like this one, which fails. I close it, try it again. Most of the time it'll go through. Nope, not the second time. Close it, try again. Wow, okay, that's unusual. Let me close this and reopen the game servers. Refresh. Alright, so that looks like it's going. I'm going to close this window, close that window, open this up. Okay, so I don't need these notes. Kind of waiting to see if it crashes, because this also crashes every so often when I do this. Yep, I'm getting in the game. Hopefully we'll get a couple of people to pop in the game here and talk. Can't see it, but I'm currently playing with a pen. I have two pens. Recently I went and printed for UwuCon. I printed these little red pens, and they're cheaply made, but they actually do work reasonably well. So I printed up a bunch of these and I was giving them out at UwuCon. I still have a ton of them, so I'll be taking them to all my conventions so I can hand them out. The company that I made them through, or got them through, wanted me to have interest in another one, so they sent me one of these pens. It's got the same information on it, but it's a bluish pen, and it actually has on the trigger, the clicker, it actually has a stylus, eraser head, what you want to call it. It's what you use to write your initials on a touchscreen or digital pad. And I actually love that. I'm actually thinking about printing up a bunch for Con Air Radio, but I want to change the color because this one is currently blue. But they have a, I think they called it burgundy, which is close to red. I like to use the red because it reminds me of the brick background on my logo. So I want to keep using that reddish for that. So I may be producing a bunch of these. Can't really see the writing that much, but it's Con Air Radio, and it actually has the website for the parent website, smashtowerstudios.com. So I'm actually thinking about producing some of these. The downside is that compared to the red ones that I've already had done, these ones were reasonably inexpensive. These are virtually double the cost for 100, and I can't get them any lower than a number 100 in number, so it kind of sucks. So I'm currently monitoring the chat room also on two sources. My cell phone over here, which is too small, and the battery power is really sucking. I can still do it on my main page over here when it is up, but it doesn't tell me who's in the room. It doesn't tell me anything like that. I would like to have that, but I'm still playing with setups. I've gotten kind of out of touch when it comes to streaming applications and the mods that you can add. I was actually looking for a mod or a feature on this program so that it will allow me to announce my stream when I go live. So the problem is that this program doesn't seem to have it. I mean, it sends me an email when I go live, but it doesn't send me it doesn't send out like Twitter announcements or Instagram announcements. It doesn't send out any of that, and I really wish it did. I mean, I suppose I could always do it over on my phone, but I can't share the link on my phone. Actually, can I? I mean, this is set up. I mean, I don't know if I can Share stream, yeah, actually. Share stream. I can do it. I can do it to Instagram? Maybe? Oh, no. Only does it through the chat. Okay, so that doesn't work. Let's see. Can I do it through... I don't have Telegram. Facebook? Newsfeed? Yeah, it lets me do that. Maybe? Okay. Sorry, I got so much distracted playing with this. So I can do it through Facebook. What about X? Can I do X? I don't see X. There it is. Will it allow me? I would love to get some people in the chat room. I want to get people going on this. And my stream, I think it went. Okay, so my Con Air radio on X, or Twitter, at one time I had thousands of followers, and I technically do. Now, how many of those people over that period of time are still active, I don't know. So, anyway. Alright, so I'm in the game. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I did not want him in there. So I take this and poof, put you back in the place. Alright, so it is dark. I don't need the gun anymore. What's my timing? Time. Oh, alright, so it's almost morning. I'm not going to get the opportunity to go chasing Santa Claus because he's already gone through. Now, these guys, if I come over here, and, well, I shouldn't be able to automatically come in here, change his behavior, and wow, he didn't start mating right away. Alright, let's double check. Oh, it says mate. Oh, must have been a kickstart. That's really terrible. Alright, so this guy evidently is off. So I need to make sure he is on. Behavior. Enable mating. And boom, ready to mate, and now they're mating. Alright, so what I'm trying to do is I'm hoping that I can get a higher level egg. There are two major factors I'm looking for: a higher level egg or more mutations. So those are the goals. Alright, so I'm going to test my chat by coming in here, and I'm going to just test this to make sure I can be seen. Ching! There I am. Yep. Smash Tower says hello. Smash Tower Studios says hello. And that is me. I am currently on it. Do we want to do this, the picture? I'm not sure. Let me double check.
I'm not sure if I want my picture in there. Let me switch to the game no cam. How about that? That looks a little bit better. I don't have all that other stuff on there. Yeah, that works. Now you don't have all that extra stuff on the sides. Hopefully the chat room will still show up, right? I'll do one more test just to make sure. Yep, okay, it still works. Good. I was afraid the chat menu would disappear when I took off everything else, so now I'm just waiting for the egg to drop. The egg to drop. Plop. And pick up the egg. Alright, now I want to temporarily back behavior, disable mating, because I don't want a drop of eggs everywhere. I don't want scrambled eggs. This is an early morning stuff, so it's kind of hard to see where my torches aren't in place. Okay. I'm gonna come over here. I see I've got torches lit around. Maybe I should light up a few more torches. Alright, egg. I'm gonna put this egg over there. And then I'm gonna okay, it's a 5-0. It's a 205, and it's another male, which I really don't need. I'm really shooting for... I was shooting, well, a female would have done fine, male or female. The female that I have has 2 mutations. The male currently has 5 mutations. So I'm hoping, if this one goes, that he'll have at least 7 mutations. Or more. I just need more mutations. Mutations means higher levels. Levels. Makes you higher. Higher. I need music. That's what I really do need. I need to get... I have a few friends that are musicians, and one fellow I know, he does a lot of club type music in the background, and I'd love to get his library so that I could use his library in the background, because, you know, then I just need to put a notification in the back that it says I have permission to use this music. Oh, that's kind of cool. Someone liked my post on Twitch saying I was live. I was just kind of hoping that eventually they would show up. Alright, so I have 3 minutes left on the incubation of the egg, which is good. I'm going to pop upstairs to the garden and make sure that I still have a garden. Because one of the things that are semi-buggy in this game is... Oh, no, they're still there. Some of my plants have a tendency to disappear. And I'm not 100% sure why. Because I'm sitting there going, okay, they're still getting fertilizer, still getting all their stuff, but for some unknown reason they disappear. So I need to put a couple of torches up here. And keep them on lit because it is dark up here this time of day. Same with down here. Yeah, I need more torches. Maybe a couple on the stairs. I would light things up. Okay. Yes, he's going to pop out of that thing here soon, so I need to make sure I get my torch in place. Okay, I have 19 of these, so this is good. Put it right there on the corner. and then light, and then hold it, change the settings to enable on and off, increase the intensity, update, and there. See, look at that. That brightens up this whole area now. Perfect. Minute and 16 seconds. I got 2 poopers over there. That's awfully good. I want to go over here where my collector is. There's 1 item in there, and it's probably an egg or a stack of eggs. I need some. The internals, I need more torches. Okay, 41 seconds, and this guy drops. The only major thing I want to really find out when this guy drops is, does he have more mutations? If he has more mutations, then I'll be excited. So I'm actually very happy with that. I was able to share the stream on my phone over Twitch or X, not Twitch, Twitter, X, and it went out to like 3,000 or 6,000 people. So yay! All right, so collect. What kind of name do I want? It is a male. Maybe I should call him something different. Oh, let's call him, you know, this is probably terrible, but I'm just gonna call him Broke Back. That's what he's called. Yeah, it's an odd name. I'm not recommending it. But 2 and 5. Actually, I think that's the same as the dad. That's not a good one. Alright, I don't like that one. You, my friend, are going into storage. Not needed. And you kind of missed out earlier when I was doing it. I had just finished leveling one up a little bit, and all of a sudden, out of the middle of nowhere, I land back here where he should start eating right away, and what happens? He dies on me. Seriously, dies on me, just out of the blue. Boom, dead. I could not believe that. Wow, I'm actually kind of excited. I've actually had a new follower on X, not here. I'd like to get him over here so that we can hit affiliate. See, these torches are actually doing pretty good. It lights up down here really, really well. I got a couple over in here. I think this one needs to increase its intensity. It looks kind of dark. So let's go in there and change the settings. Oh, the intensity is maxed. Huh. I don't know why it doesn't look very dark over here. Or very light. Oh. Huh. That one brightened it up. So that's good. A couple of well placed. Does this one need to be brightened up? Try it anyway. Change settings. Intensified. He's at 20. Update. Wow, that made it brighter again. And he was already max settings. I'm going to go ahead and turn this one on. And same thing here. I'm going to move it up to max settings. Turn that off. Update. Okay. It's awfully dark over here. Oh, there is another torch over here. Alright, Alright, so let me get this one started up. Change settings, intense, turn that one off, update, done, light it up. Okay, so that's worked out pretty good. Let's see. Where else do I need a nice, well-placed torch? Is there one over here? It's awfully dark over here. I do not see one over here. I probably need one then. Yeah, let's go ahead and put one over there. Alright, look for torches. Yes, guys and gals, if you're watching me, I am attempting to adjust my base a little bit. Okay, close that, and I'm going to hit the light. I'm going to go in here, change the settings to intense, change that, update, there. So the inside of my base should be very well lit now. No dark spots. See, that's actually pretty good. I can see most of the areas. Very good. Very, very good. Now, I think I need to do that upstairs. Early morning lighting up here is very dark. Do I already have torches up here? I do not. Do I want to put standing torches, or do I want to mount them on the walls? Let's see. I could mount them on the walls. Let's see what I got. Torch. Alright, I have 8 that I can mount. I'm going to place one right there. That's a well-lit spot, or a good spot. I'm going to put one right there. And another one right there. These should whoa, they're not allowing me access. No. That's, I need to be closer. Okay. Change the settings. Intense. Take that off. Update that. That is lit. How lit is it? Okay, same thing over here. Light. Change settings. Increase intensity. Take off that. Update. Gets a little brighter. And then over here, same deal. Light. Change settings. Bright lighting. There. Update. Sweet. Alright, so now up here's quite bright, so that's kind of good. In here is not as bright, but they are wet, and they are lit, not wet. So sweet, very exciting. Lit, bit. Very exciting. Go up to the top. It is bright out here. Okay, what time is it? It's only 9:30. I was afraid that it was late. Alright, so these guys are both the same level. They both been maxed out. Bites a lot. Is not maxed out. Does not have any current levels. I need to find another. Those two aren't bad. This is the Poison Prince. It is the young sun. That's the female. She is maxed. Poison Prince is not maxed, but can use a point or two. He has 31 million points. I think his speed was too high, I think, if I remember correctly. Okay. I can take him. He did put another point in his damage. I'm afraid that he may be too fast for me though. Look at that. He is really fast. And the thing I don't like about him is that if he hits water, he'll eject me. Okay. I can probably walk him over there to the things and do all the damage that I need. Alright, let's see. Pots. I need this one. Oh. I also need to be on shared. Okay. I'm going to have him pop over there. Take it. And pop it back. Now I'm going to go over here and see if I can attract some attention. See, he can't. I can't wander out there into the water, because if I do, it'll toss me off. I don't want to do that. And in this case, they're not coming to me like they do at some of the others. Uh-oh, the body ran away. I mean, I could probably try to fly. I'm just afraid that as soon as I touch water, it's going to knock me off. I was afraid that he was going to pop another elemental. I'm like, don't do it. Yeah, I'm too high. bounce. I bounced. Come on, a little closer. Come on, a little closer. Somebody's behind me. A dragon popped and didn't even... Oh well. Oh. Yeah, he's too fast. I gotta slow him down. I have to reset him. I'm actually thinking that they're producing faster than I'm killing them. Because it seems like there just seems to be an endless supply of beavers. Yeah, he still hits hard. He may not look very badass, but he hits hard. Not many left. If they all hang in the deep area, then I'm going to struggle to get them. Wow. I did not realize we can get that far. And it's funny, he's just whipping through that water. I know there's a dead one in there somewhere, but... Oh, he's not dead. He's wandering around. No. Evidently he's dead. Okay. Get me up in the air. Great, I'm drawing bugs. Okay, so let me check to see if the gigas have spawned again. Usually every few days they spawn over here, but I do not see any. Is that a prime? I think so. Okay, group. Oh, he's got 64 levels. It's actually not bad. Let's put it all in damage. I don't know if that's going to max him, but definitely worth the attempt. He'll be doing some serious ass damage though. Alright. Some of these weapons are nice, but are not high enough to, even the armor, it doesn't look like any of it's high enough to where it'd be usable. So I'll just go ahead and put it into my salvage stash. $1,100 or $1,200 is what I'm looking for. 1136 could have been close, but anyway. Weapons, pretty much I think I have the best of the best. Excellent. And then over here, just transfer everything X. Oh, I'm overweight. That means I need a salvage. Alright, so on that note, this guy is a prime. I do not have a prime. I like RGs because they have the ability to carry. I mean, so does this guy. I'm gonna creep back up here. I could fly over the lake, see if there's anything around the lake. I killed 2 of the larger items. I don't see anything major. There's a couple up there that are just sleeping. Nothing really ominous that needs my attention. Alright, up and over and down. Yeah, he's too fast. I gotta slow him down. I'm gonna have to reset him. Okay. Off. He is at 375 or 575, so he is not yet maxed. She is a 400 tame. Gotta do some salvaging. Down. Okay. Salvage. Oops. Nothing. Okay. So transfer everything over and grind. Good grind. Goodness gracious grinding. And I love the fact that the torches are staying lit and they keep it very well lit. That's good. Alright, so my garden is still weak, but they are currently growing. That's good. I wish I had the ability to make better beds and furniture. Because this is a nice big old room that I have nothing in. Is there any kind of workbench that I can craft that will give me artistic floating platforms. Place material along with blueprints into this and create advanced forged items. Not sure about that. That's the potion smithy. I can build it. Doesn't mean I have to keep it. Alright, look to see. What's this? Work. This is used to craft all automatic arc items. Ooh. Let me build one of those too. What's a BH? Okay, it doesn't look very good to me right now. And that's just me being an idiot, probably. What about this? Core crafting bench. Crafts arc-themed items. I don't know. That's an Atlas craft. Both of those could be useful. What about this one? FML or FMK station. I don't know about that one. A Dino Finder terminal. Okay. Let's say get Dino. Not seeing any other workbenches. I mean, I'm presuming that there are. Settler's table. Crafting table used to create settler's ties. I can probably do that one. Not a taxidermist table. Alright, I've got a variety. Let me try the ones that I've got. Need to go downstairs. Now this is a confined area, so I don't have a lot of space over here. I could put them on the outside of this wall by the door. Okay. This might be a good spot. Workbench. This is for automation. Probably not what I'm looking for in this case. How about bench? Okay. How about I just stroll down the list till I find it? Gotta remind myself to repair my shoes. Okay, so there's this. How about we try this one? Place. Okay, so let's try this one. See if it has anything special. Structures, material change tool. Alright, can I do furniture? Bench, chair, table. Yes, but I was hoping for something more decorative. Ceilings. Doors, hatches, foundations. Gates. Glass. Ramps and stairs. Roof. Valley. Rigid. Corner. Walls. Oh, now that's not too bad. Those are kind of nifty. That might be worth playing with. But furniture was real limited. Okay, so let's look down further. This one says platforms. I can place it. Okay, what does it allow me to look at? Buggy. Platforms, greenhouse platforms, ice, snow platform, interesting. Landing platform, cubed rails, rock platform, sand platform, special. Well, those are interesting, okay. Square platform. Steampunk. Okay, don't know what that is. Tech. Water cage. Huh. Dino pins. Place the platform anywhere in the world and it will enable you to build it there, or to build on it. Okay, I'm not sure of any of those. Large, place the platform anywhere in the world and enable it and you will build on it. Show hide dome via a red little menu. Can change floor on the radius. Huh. Anyway, that's interesting. Okay, the last one was the automatic. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so this one is different. This one's oval. I'm going to put it like that. Okay. Automated arc. What is this? Large crop. A large crop plot snaps to the floor. Okay. I see a lot of automated stuff here. What is this one? A control console. Now, I do remember something like this from a long time ago. As long as you had one of these, certain things would transfer between things. This is the heart and soul of the automatic arc. You need one of these in the base for the magic to happen. Put this in the center of your base. Be sure to enable auto sorting after you have set up your OCD storage. Don't say I didn't warn you. Okay, so yes, I would need one of those. Grind resources into new items with the OCD pulling. Pod. Okay, I don't know what that is. Spoiling bin. Spoils meat at increased rate and makes spoiled meat last longer. Interesting. I'm not sure I need that. What about this one? Refrigerated feeding trough. Keeps food longer, balances food evenly between all nearby troughs with the push of a button. Puts poop in the dung beagle, collects poop from ground and thatch to make fertilizer, pushed is to fertilizer silo. Dehydrator. Collects fertilizer from compost bins and distributes it evenly to crop plots, even modded. Plant commander. Industrial cooker. Mini forge. Trash bin. Has OCD pulling and has a button to manually delete anything inside of it. I think I remember that. Vacuum box. This thing sucks. Picks up everything on the ground your controller to sort. Yes, it works for earthquakes. Picks up owl pellets and distributes them evenly to nearby. Okay. Works like all other OCD structures. Puts berries or vegetables inside and add them to the pulling list to start the OCD pull. Anthill. Air conditioner. Egg crate. Gathers eggs from the ground and places them inside the bin. Option to gather fertilized egg in radio menu. Ice blocks. 2 jars in a block of ice to store perishable in early game. Pear station. Used to make growable sources and can be used to irrigate crops by snapping pipes to it. Fabricator. Wireless generator. Refrigerator gives large increase to spoil timers for consumable plus organic polymers, leach blood, wyvern milk. Medical station. Used healing brews to heal dinosaurs and players in range over time. Actually, that might be useful. Will not heal if Dagon is actively healing in the area. Range is roughly 3.5 foundations radius. of the structure. New model will show exact range when it is ready. Only one can be placed in the effective area to prevent stack function. Turret genie. Industrial forge. Well, there's a mini forge and an industrial. Refrigerated chemist. Polymer converter. Converts polymer between hard and soft with the use of stronger chemicals. Okay, so metal. Create this. An auto grill. There's a variety of storage. Stores anything. Must have control consoles nearby for full function. Marble. Metal. Okay, so where do I want to put probably right there on the end. If I remember correctly, it was good for organization. Place. It was small, so it's not big. Okay, and storage for 300. Put this in the central base for sure to enable auto sorting after you have set up your OCD storage. Don't say I didn't warn you. Excluding structures. Oh! That's not what I wanted. Crapola. It took everything. Exclude. Internal bench. Large storage. What was this? Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Well, fudge. See, by putting that, I've just pretty much made myself a very large to-do list of going back and putting all this stuff back. Well, fudge. There's a lot of stuff over here that's refrigerated. Yep. Well, fudge. Alright, that'll be a tomorrow fix. Alright, guys and gals. Been up and running on here for going on almost 2 hours. 2 hours and 10 minutes. We've had no new invites to people into our room, so it's going to be kind of a lean one. So I'm still excited. I tried something new on X. I posted it out on X, and we got 2 likes on X and a new follower, so quite happy with that. The new follower is on X, of course. So anyhow, guys and gals, I'm going to have to close out for tonight, and we will see you tomorrow. Alright, guys? Hopefully we'll see you then.